student. I welcome to you YouTube channel Jesus Mary of online class. My name is Ashraf. I am a teacher of Jesus Mary Academy. Today I will teach standard 10 Geography, Chapter 3. Chapter name Nature Vegetation. In my previous class I have discussed about evergreen forest and deciduous forest, but in this class I will discuss about tropical desert forest first. Then I will discuss about littoral forest, and after that I will discuss about mountain forest. First student, I am going to teach about tropical desert forest. I will tell about the characteristic features of this forest, climate of this forest, distribution, types of trees, and economic value of this forest. I will teach to you student. So please listen to me carefully. These forests receive little or no rainfall throughout the year. So the trees are stunted and the vegetation comprises mostly of shrubs and coarse grass. The trees remain leafless throughout the year. This type of vegetation is termed as xerophytic. Xerophytic vegetation. In such vegetation, plants adapt to survive in an environment with little water, such as desert. Next point, student, I am going to discuss before you climate. What type of climate is tropical desert forest require? We know the mean annual temperature of tropical desert forest ranges between 25 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius, my dear student. The average annual rainfall in this region is a scanty, which is less than 50 centimeter. In desert area get rainfall less than 50 centimeter. The region have humidity of about humidity about 47%. In this region, humidity is in air, humidity is present only 47%. Now, student, I am going to discuss about distribution of tropical desert forest. Where are these forests found? So, the dry deciduous forest can be found in the following region in India: central and eastern Rajasthan, southwestern Punjab, and Haryana, my dear student, parts of Gujarat, Maharashtra, Chhattisgarh, Karnataka, and Andhra Pradesh. In this area, the tropical desert forests are found. What types of trees are found? Now, I am going to discuss about economic value of this tree. Neem trees has medicinal properties because neem trees are found in this region and they have medicinal properties. With the help of neem seeds, we make medicine, and this medicine is made for cure wound. It is very beneficial to cure wound. To kill this oil of this tree's shade is used. Its leaves are used as insecticide, and neem oil is used in beauty product. For example, to make it as a beauty product, neem seed is used. Date palm is eaten raw. Date palm trees is grown in this region and it is eaten in raw and also used in making cough syrups, etc. The bark and gum of babool also has medicinal properties. The wood of wood of bear is used to make furniture, and its fruit is either eaten raw or used in pickles. These are the these are the economic value of these trees. Now, student, I am going to teach about. Now, student, I am going to teach you a littoral forest. It is also known as tidal forest or mangrove forest. These forests are found on the bank of ocean or seas and river. First, I am going to discuss about the characteristics features of this forest. Littoral forests are seen in tidal region. Tidal region where tide comes. That if we talk about seas or bay where tide comes. In these forests are found. So the vegetation grow in wet region. The vegetation grow because in seas tide comes twice in a day. The vegetation grow in a wet season. The trees are evergreen. This forest trees are evergreen. Mostly littoral forests are dense forest. That littoral forests are dense forest. They are also known as mangrove forest. Mangrove forests are dense forest. The distinct characteristics of trees in this type of vegetation is that the trees are supported by stilt-like roots. Stilt-like roots. These still get submerged under the water during high tide. It will roots submerge into the water when high tide comes. The trees of this forest can grow in both water, saline water and fresh water. Soil in the littoral forest is in soft and muddy. Soil in the littoral forest is soft and muddy, so the trees adapt to survive in the region of shifting by forming at. So the trees adapt to survive in region of shifting mud by forming a tangled web of climbers. Last time I'm going to discuss about climate. This type of vegetation is found in tidal areas. You know the meaning of tidal? Where tide occurs or happen. Wet marsh areas of deltas, the swampy land near the sea's coast. These trees are found. Now next, distribution of these trees, where these trees are found. These trees are found in deltaic region. We talk about Godavari Delta, Mahanadi Delta, we talk about Sundarban Delta. These trees are found. In Sundarban Delta, Shundri trees are found. And why is Sundarban Delta name kept Sundarban Delta? Sundarban Delta name is Sundarban Delta. In Sundarban Delta, name is kept due to the presence of Sundri tree. Apart from Sundarban Delta, deltaic region of Ganga and Brahmaputra, and Ganga and Brahmaputra river meet and make the largest delta in the world, and that delta is known as the Sundarban Delta. The marshy land of the western coast, these forests are found. The coastal areas of Odisha and the Andhra Pradesh, in this area, these forests are found. The types of trees, what types of trees are found in this forest, I will discuss before you, student. These trees found in littoral of tidal forest or mangrove forest include amur, canes, palms and sundri trees that are found in the mangrove forest that grow along the coast and salt marshes, and the Sundarban in the delta of Ganga. I am going to teach now about economic value. Littoral forest trees. Canes are used for making furniture. Canes are found in this forest, and wood of this tree is used to manufacture furniture. Sundri trees are used as timber. It will as a fuel. Now next, student, I will teach mountain forest. Characteristic features of mountain forest I have discussed some point I'm not going to discuss before you student. At higher altitude, alpine forest, mosses and lynches are found, but the vegetation becomes sparse as we go higher altitude. As a lower altitude, such as foothill of the Himalayas, we talk about the vegetation mostly made of deciduous trees. Between the altitude of 1500 meter, between the altitude of 1500 meter to 1750 meter, coniferous trees are found, such as cheer, pine can be seen in mountain areas or hilly region. Between the altitude of 2250 meter to 3000 meter, blue pine and spruce can be seen as a part of vegetation in mountain region. In beyond the slope line, tree is a little or no vegetation. In the altitude range of 1000 meter to 2000 meter, the vegetation of moist temperate forests are found. Mountain forests comprise of evergreen and deciduous forest. In mountain forest, evergreen and deciduous forests are also found. In the mixing of both the forest trees are found in mountain forest. Along with coniferous shrubs, creepers and ferns are also found in mountain forest. The type of vegetation differ with increase in altitude. As we go the higher altitude, the height of the vegetation will decrease. In the lower altitude, the tree will go higher, it will get the high length, but we go the higher altitude, tree will become a small, short or shrubs. Now I am going to discuss about climate of what types of climate is mountain forest required. I am talking about the climate which mountain forest required. The mean annual temperature of mountain forest ranges between 12 degrees Celsius to 30 degrees Celsius student. The average annual rainfall in this region is between 100 and 300 centimeter. This region get rainfall 100 to 300 centimeter. The region have humidity about 56 to 65%. The trees where found, mountain forest trees are found in which region, I am going to discuss about that thing. Distribution of mountain forest trees. Mountain forest trees can be found in the following region in India: Himalaya region from the state of Uttarakhand and Jammu and Kashmir to Sikkim and Arunachal Pradesh. These trees are for mountain forest trees are found. In the peninsular region, mountain forests are found in Vindhyas, Nilgiris and the Western Ghats. Types of trees which are found in mountain forest, that is chestnut, walnut, deodar, birch, spruce and cedar. These are trees found in mountain forest. If we talk about deodar trees, it is very durable. Wood of deodar tree is very durable, and the wood of deodar tree is used to make furniture, to make gate, etc. Now next, I am going to discuss about correlation of forest with the environment. I will discuss about forests have an important role to play in protecting the environment. We know forests play major role to purify air, which oxygen we require to breathe. If we think there is no forest in this world, what will happen with us? We cannot get oxygen. If we cannot get oxygen, it means we cannot survive in this world. Forests also absorb carbon dioxide to decrease the temperature. It means heat from the earth. In fact, there is a positive correlation between the two, environment and forest. Forests play leading part in the carbon cycle. They absorb carbon dioxide from the atmosphere and give us oxygen, which is very essential for us to survive. This helps purify the air around us and control the air pollution level in the environment. If we think there is no forest, what will happen? It means air will become polluted and air will not be purified. If we take that impure air, what will happen with us? We can suffer with different types of problem, like lungs disease, maybe the lungs cancer. Forests also play an important role as climatic moderator. They help bring rains and also control flood. And also control temperature and humidity level of the region. It means it moderates the climate. Trees play major role to bring rainfall. So that is why it is known as a climatic moderator. Where there is a tree, in that area we find the level of water is up, because tree recharge the water of the ground. Forests help prevent soil erosion. We know the root of the trees hold the soil firmly. So that is why soil is not blown by wind and it is not washed away by water. So forest plays major role to control soil erosion. The roots of the trees in forest bind the soil to the ground, so in times of flood the soil does not erode away. This helps maintain all the nutrients in the soil remain there. The thick layer of humus in the forest soil absorbs the rainwater and helps maintain the underground water table. The decayed leaves, branches and barks of the trees and other organic matter provide humus to the soil, thereby making it fertile. The forest leaves also make the soil fertile because they decay in the soil and make the soil fertile. So that is why forests play major role to control soil erosion, to purify air and also give us oxygen, and also it acts as a climatic moderator, it brings rainfall. So that is why we have to protect forest. In remaining in next video class, I will discuss about conservation of forest. So please student, listen to this video and watch this video attentively and note down some important points in your copy. I will meet you in next class. Have a nice day.